Hey everybody, Tim here for today's review of Doctor Who story number 281, The Ghost Monument. I loved this one. This was such a good story and such a good introduction story to all of these new characters, and I thought this one was really really well done. I actually wanted this to be a two-parter. Like, so much happens and you just learn about so much stuff going on that this could easily have continued on, or seeing it'd be nice to see some more legs of the race. So, just coming right out of the last episode where we see the Doctor, Graham, Yaz, Ryan in space, and you're like, how the fuck are they going to get out of this? And then just the immediately into the opening scene where it's like, oh yeah, we saw people in space, we scooped them up, because basically almost for enslaving. But I was like, that's awesome. Like, it just kept going, and I thought it was great. It was really well paced. One of the things I do like about this is they bring up the universal translator, because that's a complaint that I've had. They brought it up. I brought it up in other videos, and I know they've brought it up in Doctor Who, where the TARDIS extends a field, and that's what allows everybody to understand what everybody else is saying. Like, is the Doctor speaking English, or is the Doctor speaking Gallifreyan? Like, who knows? But there are a lot of episodes where the TARDIS is not there, and they're nowhere even near the TARDIS, so it can't be translating. And those are the episodes they just kind of skip over. They're like, they're all speaking English, doesn't matter. And so for this one, they immediately oh yep, everybody has translators. Let's just keep it going, keep moving on. And it's so quick and it's so fast. I loved it. I thought it was great. So, like I said, this episode, they accidentally find themselves in the last run of this rat race or rally race, whatever. And I forgot what they said. It's 212 parts of the race on 94 different planets or something. And I think that would have been great. I would love to see more of this thing. So the goal to get to the end is the Ghost Monument. It's something that shows up every 1,000 years and then just disappears. It is the TARDIS. So we finally have figured out where it is. Now we just got to get to it. And that's it. That's literally it. So some of the things that stood out to me is they do bring up the Venusian Akito, which the 12th Doctor did a couple times, but mostly that's famous for being from the 3rd Doctor, so I love how they're keeping that up. This is the first reference to the Timeless Child, which is an important aspect. I love that whole storyline, that whole plot, that whole twist. I love it, and I can't wait to get to it. But that is something that will continue on kind of through the series. So you can tell how long they had kind of planned that out. The whole premise of the co-winners was great, and the guy hosting the race is such a douche, and he's so great where he's like, fine, you guys can be co-winners. Are you going to transport them? No. And then they're gone. Doesn't even care. This episode moves so fast. I love how Jodie's still getting used to being a man, and where she's like, come to daddy, come to mummy. It's great. Stuff like that are such good references, and that they're not used to it yet. So they don't just gloss over these things. They have embraced that this is a female Doctor, and it's going to take some getting used to. So the big twist at the end with the new design TARDIS, because they always have to redesign the TARDIS, it's fine. I'm not really a big fan of any of them. 10, 11, 12. Realistically, even going back to, what is it, 8, where it's a fireplace and it's more of a living room. I'm more of a fan of just the classic TARDIS with just the basic white little room. But for whatever reason, every TARDIS in the present has to be this gigantic room. It's fine. I still like it. It's really interesting. I like the things that kind of come over. I like it. The big thing is her line where she's like, oh, you've redecorated. I really like it. Again, going all the way back to the 3 Doctors crossover, and then we've seen it with 11, and we saw it, 10 saying it to 11 and their crossover, because it's always I don't like it. But it's good. I like how, again, they're kind of embracing this change. So, love it. We're only 2 stories in, but I'm absolutely loving it. I'm all about it. So, I'm curious what other people think. Go ahead, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time for Rosa.